What's going on, team? It's Ricky with Learn Plan Profit. Hope that you guys are all having a good start to the morning. It is 8:05 a.m. due to daylight savings. We start a little bit later, but the natural gas report is in 25 minutes. So just like we do every single Wednesday and Thursday, we go live about 1 hour after the market opens. And yeah, it's actually 30 minutes after the market opens. The natural gas report and crude oil report is 1 hour after the market opens. So we got the whole team tuning in. What's up? What's up? Hope that you guys are all having a good start to your morning. As of right now, looking at forward/NG, it's looking a little bit more on the overextended side, but it's been looking pretty bullish. So one of the things that I want to point out is that although it did pull back to around this middle VWAP area, it did begin to push up and it did pull back, but it's validating this overall EMA line pretty, like a pretty solid support. So then it pushed up again, made higher highs, and that is one of the reasons that I have not gotten back in on DGAS. I did take one trade on DGAS, and you guys can see this right here. One of the things that I do want to point out is I added to my position size a couple of times, and then I sold a couple of times. So you guys can see I'm kind of all over the place where it's like buy, 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 sell, sell, buy, and then sell. So I was just trying to feel comfortable with the trade, and the majority of this was all during the pre-market session. So you guys could see my first trade was at 6:58 a.m. And that is about 32 minutes before the market opens. And then we have my last trade 30 minutes after at 7:30. So nothing crazy, halfway pretty much to my daily goal. So another reason to be even that much more selective, right? What's up? Good morning. But I wanted to show you guys kind of like what I saw and stuff like that. It was just this overall reversal. Natural gas was showing signs of it being overextended. Or DGAS was just showing signs of a potential reversal. It began to push up, and then I locked in profits at 88. I'll just show you. I think it's much easier, right? You guys just like seeing this anyways. So buy, or sell, buy, and then sell. So nothing crazy, super simple. I believe it was about 200 shares or 400 shares, depending on what I was getting into and stuff like that. So as of right now, I'm trying to give a little bit more time for the report, but it looks like crude oil is looking extremely, extremely bullish. How many of you guys, quick question for you guys, how many of you guys are focusing on crude oil, on UWT, and or on DWT? So Ricky, in your time zone, did you not set your clocks back? No, our time doesn't change. So Arizona is one of the few states that doesn't go through daylight savings. So our time, stays the same. What's the platform you're using? What the heck? It's Ameritrade. That shouldn't be at a surprise. /CL all day, all week. I like that. Okay, so what's your plan? So let me hear your guys' plan on trading crude oil. Same with Hawaii. J trip, don't trip. Okay, I was just like, what the, like, how do you even enroll and learn Plan Profit and not know I use TD Ameritrade? Is there a correlating future for Gush and Drip? No, but there's certain indexes that I don't think are as effective, but there's not a correlating future. Okay. No question that crude oil looks a little bit more on the overbought side, right? Definitely a huge push up, and it looks like it's been performing and acting pretty bullish. So just like we saw last week, if the first 30 minutes to an hour of the market indicates any indication of the direction of the report, again, we never really know which way it's going to go, and that's why we don't trade it. We trade the reaction of it, but it looks like it might be in favor of crude oil. It's just looking extremely, extremely bullish right now. So okay, we'll have to see. Okay, sounds good, Brandon. I'll make sure that I follow up with your direct message on Discord. Is there any consequences for day trading like 10 times with cash accounts? If you have a cash account, you're not under the PDT rule, but you have to wait for your money to settle like 3 days or something like that. So it's pretty much the same thing. Of course, so Andres, the more you keep up with the news, the more you understand how the market is reacting and how it can react. So by you building that track record, you'll just build a more like you don't even have to be trading. I don't trade gold, right? But yeah, I like to stay up to date with the news because I know how that could affect, right, the overall news, how that could affect the overall market, and that how it has a positive or negative influence on gold. It's just good to know. And yeah, it's kind of like transfer learning, right? You can take what it is that you learn from other areas and implement it into, things that you're actively or proactively doing. So yo, Ricky, how much do you struggle to wake up early, like on a real note? Not anymore. Well, it's been pretty easy today. I literally I was up since 6 o'clock and I couldn't go back to sleep. So yeah, it's different every time. It really depends. I'm just like everyone else, right? It really depends on when you go to sleep, and I'm always tired, just like everyone else that is, that gets very little sleep. But yeah, there's nothing to it. It's just I just get tired, just like everyone else. Here it goes. What do you guys think about natural gas? Potential pullback or still bullish run? Look at that. I want to look at it the 1-day 5-minute chart. I feel like this is a pretty good indication. I just don't like that it's so close to the 2.88. We could see a quick little pop, and I don't like it when it's up there. So it looks like it does have the potential to now start pulling back, but it's been doing a very good job. If you guys pay a little bit of attention to this general area, this is where it found a support, and this is why I reminded everyone that, again, this thing, as it's pulling back, it wasn't making lower lows, it wasn't aggressively selling off, it just built a support and picked right back up. It's very unfortunate it pushed up right away, and then it began to make higher highs. So I could see someone waiting for a potential sell-off, and then it just changes direction. Whoa! Look at that. Okay, we were right. Hey, not bad, right? We were right. Not a bad thing to point out. Look at that. So we got DGAS on the move. Now at 8.8, 8.06. 8.16, 8.24. Look at that. Woo-wee. Look at that sell-off on natural gas. Guys, we were right on it. Will it pull back down to that middle VWAP? Let's see. Again, don't be afraid to lock in profits. There's no full-on confirmation that this is selling off. And again, you could always get back in. And instead of this thing picking right back up and continuing to uptrend, again, if you want to do your part in locking in profits, and if you're already green, or if you're at break even and you felt uncomfortable as natural gas is up here, again, the reason that I'm saying these things is because I've been in those positions, right? Do your part as a trader, not to maximize overall profits for today, but to feel comfortable with what it is that you are doing so you don't discourage yourself, right? What you're trading with right now and today is not what you will be trading with down the road, but you'll never get to 5 or 10 years down the road when it comes down to trading if you discourage yourself. So again, keep it simple. I want to give a huge shout out to Danson. Danton, I believe, was up nearly, he made 1,600. He said FOMO of, he missed out on $400 because he sold too early. There's no such thing, right? We all have a plan: entry, exit, stop loss. Even if you do end up getting, stop lossed out or whatever that might be, and then it pops up right away, you have a plan and you have to stick to it. The more that you break your rules or the more that you don't lock in profits, again, it's that structure and that discipline that's gonna, determine your success as a day trader. Anyone can have these little, seasons of doing well, but it's, can you do it consistently, and do you understand what it is that you are doing? So again, just a friendly reminder that structure is the most important thing, not only as a day trader, but as an overall entrepreneur, because no one else can hold you accountable other than yourself, right? So with that being said, make sure that your actions speak louder than your hopes and your desires. If you want to be making $50 or $100 a day, then you have to start working for it, right? You have to make sure that you need to first make $10, $20, $30, working up to that dollar amount and building that track record, building that experience, and also building that confidence. So, but yeah, I think it's absolutely amazing. Also, if I'm not mistaken, Danton, you're not even trading with that much money, right? I believe you went short on Uber, which you were talking about all day yesterday. So really happy that it played out in your favor, though. 800,000 shares of UWT. Wow. Little bullish run or what? I've looked into it, J-Trip, but not something that I was too interested in just because I don't go long on many of the positions that I take. So, crude oil definitely looking a little bit more on the overbought side, but if there's anything that can continue to rally as even it pulls back a little bit and quickly change direction, it's crude oil. So crude oil is definitely something you want to be very careful with. So although it does look like it has potential for a pullback, again, it's still looking very bullish and it's still above the EMA line. Let's wait for full on confirmation, right? And the overall direction again is in favor of crude oil. So it looks like natural gas is beginning to pull right back down. Okay, so that's in favor of degas. So we're right back at 88.12, 88.19. So there it goes, beginning to sell off a little bit. Not a lot of volume on natural gas. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. So I like that big play that we had, right? But one of the things that I'm beginning to see is I almost want to partake. I want to see if natural gas, if it does begin to really sell off, to see if it could complete this margin, right? Right as the market, or I guess not right as the market was about to open, but I remember when I woke up, natural gas was super oversold, and then it picked up right away and started to have a bullish run. And look at all this margin that it covered, right? And that was within a very short period of time. I want to see if it actually has the potential to sell back off, as that would be very, very attractive. And I only have to take one more trade, right? I want to be selective, and with one more trade, I want to make sure that it's well worth it. I don't even have to. I don't have to take anything. I can call it a day here, right? But to get to my daily goal, I'm already pretty much halfway there. So I want to be selective. I want to be patient, and we're just sticking according to plan, right? There's no huge days that I've had the past 2 weeks. I've had one day over $1,000. Every other day has been pretty minute, right? It has been $500, $250. My losses have been $38. So it's nothing crazy, but think about it: $500 a day times 5 days a week times 4 weeks times 12. It's a little bit over, if I'm not mistaken, 100,000, and takes 1 to 2 hours of trading. I feel comfortable, confident with it, and I'm enjoying it, right? I'm not saying that I'm going to continue to only trade with this small dollar amount, but it's as the market right now, as I'm not working too well with it, I'll just stay consistent with this small scale. Once it comes back in my favor, we'll go back trading with 100,000. But as of right now, there's no reason to rush it, right? Yep, Danson. I like it. Do you guys see natural gas as formulating a sign of a potential support? Do you see that it's trying to, you see that MACD trying to curl back up? You see that RSI beginning to flatline? It's trying to. It doesn't mean that it will, but it's trying to. So again, we have to give this a little bit more time to see which direction we're going to go. All my alerts, as you guys can see, are definitely set right here. So are you going to trade the crude oil report after it was released? Depends, but just it looks so bullish, right? And I haven't been trading crude oil too often, so it looks like actually it's going to pull back right now. Looks like it's trying to make lower lows. Do you guys see that? I've been trying to really stay away from trading crude oil too often. I don't like these big moves that it has. It just moves a little bit too aggressive. So, ooh, natural gas, huge sell-off. Big push on DGAS. Right back at 850. Okay. It's all good, Mufasa. You know, you watch whenever you can, and you let us know what you would like to see. All right, guys, we got 10 minutes left until the report comes out. Quick little heads up. Nathan, I definitely I get where you're coming from. I think that if you look at the 1-day 5-minute chart, there's more of a clear direction, and this might just be me, but I feel like it's a little bit easier to determine its direction, but you need to make sure that your position size isn't too big because these moves are sometimes pretty aggressive. But yeah, I do agree. One of the things that we have to understand, Nathan, is that we're rolling into the winter months, right? So there's a lot of news, a lot of excitement for the forecast, and you know, I think that's why natural gas has been really struggling to pull back because there's so much excitement for future forecasts. But if there's a future forecast and it expects the weather to be a little bit warmer than expected, then we'll most likely see a pretty solid pullback on natural gas, which then again will be in favor of degas. So you just have to, we're entering kind of that like natural gas season, so therefore it kind of promotes this volatility. So I tried to sell with a stop limit, and then it sold everything. So what am I doing wrong? It really depends on where you set your stop limit and if it was above or below the market price. So yeah, I mean, I would have to take a look at your order type and to see what you were trading, where your stop limit was set, and where the market price was at. You need to make sure that you take into consideration where the bid and the ask is, to make sure that you don't set it at a place where it's already set at. So, or it's already trading at. Camera Lady is saying, I am hoping for a deep freeze. No, I agree. I think a lot of people are, right? A lot of people are hoping that, you know, we have cold couple of months and that it's in favor of natural gas. It makes sense, but again, let's not be too hopeful, right? We all know about that. Let's have a plan. Let's wait for that confirmation. We understand the way that it moves, so watch that position size. Don't let it be something that discourages you. You would pay whatever the average market price as it was pushing up. That's what happens usually when you buy with a market price. If you buy so much and it increases the price up, then you'll most likely be getting filled as it pushes up. Because it's not like there was like 800,000 shares available at one specific price point, right? And on top of that, you're probably not the only buyer. So. Yep, 7 minutes. Just a friendly reminder, team. Again, I don't mean to bug you or annoy you, but oh, look, just like we said, crude oil is so bullish that it's not selling off. It'll pull back, but it won't sell off. But just a friendly reminder, please close out your position on any crude oil ETF or ETN if you do not want to experience or be affected by the report. Easiest way for me to say it. So as long as, if you're okay with holding, you don't just think about the profits, but think about what the loss can be, right? But if you're not okay with holding, then manage your risk right now or forever hold your peace, because you have about 6 minutes left to decide. So just a friendly reminder. You guys do you. Just wanted to remind you that, again, it comes out in 6 minutes. Mullen, I do see your messages. There's just a little bit of a delay, remember? /CL making higher highs. Okay, I like that. Nice little push. We're too close to the report right now. Other than that, I would either consider trading or at least watch it. But we're too close to the report, so we got 6 minutes left for that. Natural gas trying to formulate a reversal. You guys see this? Trying to begin to push up. The MACD beginning to curl back up. The RSI trying to. We'll see if we actually begin to make higher highs. And again, this would be in favor of you guys. Do you recommend using active trader in TOS? Yeah, a lot of people do. So if you're talking about the little tab right here, a lot of people do. I just don't care to. But of course. Oh. I just sneezed and I got a cramp on my abs. Ow. I did abs yesterday, just so you guys know. Ooh, that hurts so bad. There it goes. Natural gas making higher highs, just like we expected. Not coming out of surprise there. And again, guys, it's been 1 hour, if that, since the market has opened. And it's fun, right? It's fun being able to identify these reversals. It's fun being able to identify the direction and stuff like that. So with that being said, if you're stressing right now, if you're nervous and you're just starting to trade, right? Or you've been trading for a while, if you're not enjoying what it is that you are doing, if you're not enjoying the challenge of being either a day trader or an investor in the market or a swing trader, you're doing it wrong. Like, you're probably trading with too much. You're getting in over your head. There's no pace that you have to keep up with. You create your own pace as an entrepreneur, as an investor, and as a day trader. So please do yourself a favor and not always think that you have to take a position every single day. A goal is something you work towards, not something that you have to hit every single day. Feel comfortable and confident, have a plan, and have structure, not just with your entry and exit, but your stop loss as well. So even if you do cut losses, it was premeditated, it was planned, and you at least agree with the potential loss and the risk before you even take the position. It is all planned out, right? So again, do your part as a trader to just enjoy the process. If you just want to watch and try to become more familiar with how things move, you think that, right now natural gas is, beginning to show signs almost of, potential descending pattern, or is it going to make higher highs? Let's see how it plays out, right? And write notes and stuff like that. It's just like, you guys have to enjoy it. I feel like people are sometimes, I don't know, just so in over their heads, thinking that they always have to turn around something for a profit. And I think I saw the message yesterday. I think it was by Danson that he posted a picture. It wasn't him that created the quote, but it was this investor, right? That says, like, everyone has the intelligence to invest in the stock market, but not everyone has the stomach. And again, it's just, very little simple things that you guys can do that can allow you to really enjoy the whole process. So if you're trading with too much, that if you lose $20, it hurts you and it discourages you, then trade with less. It doesn't matter how much you're trading with. You have to enjoy what it is that you are doing. And I think that's something that not enough people, focus on or spend time doing. I don't know why I'm getting a call. I do apologize. That's not good. I need to get that out of here. I don't know who that is, but yeah, that was bad. That's gonna be funny. Hey, if it's a spam caller, then hey. What the heck? Okay. All right, guys, we got 1 minute left. We got about 30 seconds. Alrighty. Let's see what happens. So natural gas is still looking bullish. We got crude oil right on over here. We're beginning to see a lot of consolidation. It's super overbought. It's been pushing up. So hopefully, right, it would indicate that it's in favor of crude oil. And if it's not in favor of crude oil, guys, we have 5 seconds left. we might see a pretty solid drop. Let's see it. Ooh-wee. Look at that. So that's a huge drop. And it's already recovering. Let's see. It's down 1% right now. Yeah, so that's a big pullback on UWT as it's been showing signs of this ascending uptrend pattern, right? So this is good. It was something that was actively uptrending. It pulled back, and we'll see if it begins to recover. But natural gas is, again, still trying to push up. We're not really making higher highs here anymore. Do you guys see that? We're not making higher highs. We still need to give it more time, but hopefully we're now going to be making lower highs and we can begin to make lower lows, giving us a more clear direction. So it looks like UWT is going to want to start picking up again. Here it goes. Ooh. Oh no, I don't trade natural gas. Oh my goodness! And we called it. Did we not call this? Solid. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Nice little push for the boys. Oh, I missed this one. I missed it. I was about to try to get in at $8.10. No way, Jose. Not today. Okay. Crude oil still selling off. Again, don't try to find the bottom. It's just not how it works normally. It takes about maybe sometimes 15 to 30 minutes for it to find a support. But yeah, DWT making higher highs. Yeah, no, I bet. This thing with a huge push, overall reversal, right? Nice, nice. 2.37%. Ooh, there it goes. All right, natural gas is still finding a support. So again, picking right back up again. A lot of consolidation here, no clear direction. I'm not going to risk it. Crude oil, now looking like it's finding a little bit more of a support. We'll see if we actually begin to reverse. But what do you guys think about UWT, right? Would you feel comfortable taking a position right now with maybe a stop loss at the middle VWAP? Or is it too risky? Does it come at too great of a risk that you just would not want to take a position on it? What do you guys think? Are you guys still in favor of DWT? I want to hear it. Wait, on UWT? Okay. So too risky? Okay, I like that, Blake. So how do you find a good stop loss point when it is just your own preference? So my biggest thing when it comes down to your stop loss is it's you formulating your plan and whatever pattern it is that you see. So if I decide to buy the dip on crude oil, right? Let's say that I tried to buy the dip here right around 57.25. and I want to manage my risk at a break-up pattern. Well, if it begins to trade below the middle VWAP, that's a change of direction. So I would set my stop loss maybe around that middle VWAP area, or a little bit below it. So if it begins to trade below that, then I get out of my position. Does that make sense? Because the original pattern that I originally saw value in is no longer relevant. So natural gas is back at making higher highs. So look at that, /NG, pushing right back up. So why is your TOS moving ahead of mine? It says real-time data at the top of my screen. It's probably because there's a delay on the, what's it called? On the stream. Like if you guys check the natural gas report or when the report comes out, I think it's about a 15-second or 10-second delay from when I'm talking to when you guys actually see it. But yeah, if your thing says real time, then you should have real time. So Stanley, your internet. Oh my God, Davidson. Of course, no, I appreciate it. Thank you for asking. Yeah, because I'm in the future, right? And I can see the moves ahead. Yeah, if I was in the future and I could see the moves happen ahead of time, trust me, I wouldn't be selling too early sometimes, right? Okay, so I got a 6 to 7 second stream delay. Yeah, I have a 4-second delay. Whoa, I'm on fiber. Oh, weird flex. Totally kidding. That's actually really cool. Hopefully I made you laugh with that. But there it goes. Beginning to show signs of a potential reversal here. And yeah, there it goes. So it's beginning to pick right back up again. So or get rejected. We'll see. Set these alerts. A 31-minute delay. That's bummy. Ooh, natural gas pushing up. Look at that. Look at that. Dancing with the jokes. I like it. Quick opinion on gold? Of course, Yusuf. Let's go ahead and break that down real quick. So I want to get your opinion. What do you guys think about gold? So I'm going to go on the 1-day 5-minute chart, right? Once my thing loads, right? We saw a little bit of a pullback yesterday, right? We're almost trying to find somewhat of a support. 20-day 1-hour chart. If I'm not mistaken, we talked about this. Did this not play out exactly like we said yesterday? Wait, am I mistaken or what? Did we not say that there's kind of this like horizontal descending pattern where it was like the low points, the high points, the low points, the high points, the low points, the high points? And we pointed out yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, someone brought up that, hey, gold, is looking good. If it begins to pull back, what do we focus on? And then I was just like, well, if it begins to pull back, you're going to want to focus on to JDST as it would be then selling off, right? And you could easily see that with the MACD, with the RSI, and then see that potential for that overall reversal. Now we're at a little bit more of a support. So, and once we begin to indicate signs of a reversal, then again, it's going to be kind of like JNUG or a bullish gold ETF or ETN that will be in favor. So I find that to be pretty interesting. So there it goes. We got natural gas already beginning to pull back. We got /CL making, I was going to say higher highs, but there it goes. It's beginning to try to push up. UWT on the move. Look at that. Come on, TOS. Don't let me down now. I made fun of your fiber internet. Now, my little, I was going to say DSL. DSL internet. Let's see. All right. No, I appreciate Yusuf. Let's see if we actually begin to make higher highs. What if UWT breaks above the middle VWAP? Well, what we're really looking for, Blake, is to see a little bit more of a clear direction. Are we going to continue to sell off for crude oil, which will then be in favor of DWT, or are we actually going to begin to make higher highs? right? So if we break above the middle VWAP and actually begin to show signs of reversal, again, the previous pattern, and this is something that I've talked about before, we saw a pullback because of the report, which is a like catalyst, right? But the previous pattern and direction for crude oil was bullish, and it was showing signs of higher highs and higher lows. So because it pulled back and it had a bullish pattern before, it makes sense on why this one can recover, and the overall direction before the report was in its favor. And that's why I think that it's more likely to recover. And the MACD looks good, the RSI looks good. You can calculate the margin of profit to see if you think that it's worth it, and we can kind of go from there. But if you don't feel comfortable taking a position because you think that UWT is all over the place, just watch it, right? There's nothing wrong with just watching it. You have no money at risk, and you get to enjoy, your plan. So something at 12:05. I think it did 12:05 already. It said 12:06. Oh yeah, there is another way to get a little bit more real-time quotes, right, John? Here it goes. There it goes. Like I said, guys, I'm not gonna trade crude oil because I just find it to be a little bit too volatile for me. And if I were to trade it, it'd probably be with like 1,000 shares, and we'll have to see how it plays out. There it goes, but it's looking good. So UWT gapping up, yep. I just don't like the volatility that it has, and it quickly changes directions, and I don't do well with that. So I've been learning to kind of stay away. So I'd be open to getting into DGAS though, so we'll go into that. All right. We've been getting this consolidation around this general area, right? So right now, since the market has opened, we've just really been performing around this general area. We'll have to see if we actually begin to show signs of a reversal, and go from there. We begin to make higher highs. We'll follow up with it. How's UWT looking? Nice. Definitely still pushing up. Let's see. It looks like it's trying to reverse, but it doesn't mean that just because it's trying to that it will. So natural gas still above the EMA line. Do you know why my notification sound is off? So either turn on your volume or, TD Ameritrade does that. I don't know about you guys, but my sound doesn't always work. It's just, it does that. So I don't know if you guys have the same experience, but do you get faster quotes with a bigger account? You do not, no. I can't, just moving on. It doesn't matter. There's so many missed opportunities within the day, Mullen. If you just really spend so much time like dreading these missed opportunities, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't influence your next trade and whatever happened before. Just think about it. 1 week from now, you're not going to care about that trade. So why do you care right now? You're supposed to be like a system, right? You see an opportunity, you either choose to take it or not. And if you choose not to take it, then again, that was your choice. You move on. Or if you missed it, then so be it. It wasn't meant to be, then move on. That's with, I've had many deals, not just with trading, but in multiple different markets. With real estate, I've missed opportunities because, I offered $5,000 less than the person that bought it, right? And it sucks because you're just like, dude, I missed this, $30,000 margin of profit for $5,000, but it doesn't matter. It's like, it wasn't meant to be. Move on to the next one and keep it going. So we got natural gas pushing up. So we got 100 shares. So again, $30 loss. Not bad, right? So we'll see here. We're still beginning to push up. Natural gas still pushing. So we're approaching again that natural gas resistance that we've seen before. So around this general area, 885. We'll see if we break above that. If we break above that, I'll decide to cut losses on it. If not, then we'll probably keep the position in there. As there's still no break of pattern. It's still, anyone's game. So there it goes, pulling back once again. But you guys kind of get what it is that I'm doing right now with natural gas, right? Just trying to play the lows, the highs, and depending on which ETF I'm in, I'll buy the reversals, sell the peaks, buy the reversals, sell the bottoms, and stuff like that. So you guys gonna take off. All right, Geo, hold you to that. Diaz is pretty much right back at where I bought it at. So yeah, there it goes. You guys will hit 21 today. Where's that at? So, you guys are certain that it's going to hit 21. I like that. Hey, I like the confidence. There it goes. But for now, with what's happening, I'm pretty confident I'm up on my position. So I'm going to stick with that. Here it goes, beginning to push up. We'll see what happens. Bricky won't buy CNST. You are probably correct. It sounds like a penny stock. You are 100% correct. I do not trade pump and dumps. Yeah, but congrats. Hey, just because I won't trade it doesn't mean that it's right. It's pulling back right now. I wish you guys the best. Just, it's not my thing, right? Definitely not my thing. There it goes. DGAS, on the other hand, kind of my thing, right? We'll see where we go from here. Where are we at? Okay. See what happens. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. Oh, wow, it's pulling back. $71. Let me stop here. Love that, Griffin. Congrats, congrats. Yikes. UWT fully recovered and then fully pulled back. Another reason, again, if you don't play well with the volatility, it's best to not be in that position, right? Well, I did not mean to buy it at that price point. Whoops. Whoa. Look at that. Crude oil selling off. Crazy. That came out of nowhere. Is the market selling off as well? Where are we at? Not really. I mean, it's been selling off, right? So not much of a surprise there. Right as the market almost opened. Imagine how bummy that is. You just see the market sell off literally minutes before the market opened. Perfect. Here it goes. All right. Sold at 88.20, and did I sell too early? Most likely, not new there. So 380, nothing crazy. We have $120 left for the overall daily goal, and there it goes. There it goes. Beginning to push up. Natural gas selling off. Bloop. Okay. Alrighty. Natural gas does not look bullish anymore. As of right now, it's consolidating way too much. I think that if we do get confirmation, again, just because I think something, it's irrelevant, doesn't mean anything, but natural gas is consolidating so much, and it's been consolidating so much around this general area. I think that once we break below like 2.86, we're going to see a sell-off, and we're going to see it aggressively sell off, which will then be in favor of degas. But again, we never know, and right now it's still holding above the middle VWAP. So Ricky, you guys might be asking, well, Ricky, if you're so certain that it's going to sell off, why not buy and hold? Because again, just because I think or I hope for something doesn't actually mean that it's going to happen. But what we can do is we can trade it as it's still consolidating, just like you saw me, buy the highs on natural gas and the lows on degas, and sell the highs on degas and the lows on natural gas. And until we actually get confirmation, then I can partake in that rally, right? Because it's been consolidating so much that, within a couple of trades, it paid off. It didn't have to pay off that way, but I still felt like because my position was so small, and you guys saw even when it pushed up all the way up here and I was in degas, I was down like $40. Not bad, right? $40 to potentially have made much more, right? Depending on how aggressive I went in on my position. I personally think it's worth it, and that's why I decided to take the position. But there it goes. We're approaching that SMA line once again. Ooh, natural gas is approaching that middle VWAP. Ooh, we're seeing a drop. Look at that. Dude, oh, this could be a big move here. We'll see. Are we going to find a support, or are we taking a drop? There it goes. It looks like it's forming a support. It's trying to. Natural gas is like, wait, hold on. I got this. So I can't seem to figure out entries whatsoever. So Brendan, I think that you need to focus more on pattern recognition, and by being able to identify patterns and how things trade, the low points and the high points, you can better understand entries, exits, and where to cut losses when there's a break of pattern. But you need to understand patterns as a technical trader, right? Here it goes. Oh, making lower lows, making higher highs on degas. There it goes. Can we break 8.9, 8.9? There it goes. Ooh, I would have hit $500 already. Ooh. All right, team. Well, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm gonna grab some food, and yeah, I need to get all ready. We don't have to take another position again. It's still pretty early within the day. If an opportunity does present itself, then great, so be it. But if it does not, then guess what? We can have an early start to the day. We have I'm gonna be uploading a video today about the walkthrough on the investment property, and we already started the rehab process yesterday. So first day in, we called everyone. Second day in, we started getting people to start working on the landscaping, getting and prepping for the paint, working on some of the tile work, and speaking to like the countertop people and stuff like that. So it's pretty exciting. I'm really excited to share my experience with you guys. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. I wish you guys an amazing and blessed rest of your Wednesday. Enjoy the process, have fun, and don't trade with too much, because if you're not enjoying it, then again, it just becomes a job, and that's not what we want this to be. We want this to be something that you enjoy to do, and it's hopefully a passion of yours. So I appreciate you guys' time, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy.